Hey everyone, Caroline here. Happy December. At least at the time of this recording, it's the beginning of December, which is an exciting time of year for me. My birthday's December 1st, and it really kicks off this feeling of celebration for the whole month. And not only celebration outwardly with family and friends over the Christmas holiday, but the invitation to go more within. So it's kind of that right interesting paradox we have at this time of year is a lot of busyness, but what our ancestors and what the rhythm and the cycle of the earth is asking for us is to be still and to sit in that winter solstice long dark night and really feel the potency of the void, feel the juiciness of the silence and the darkness. And that's, I love that time of year, and I love that invitation. I'm definitely a cave girl myself as much as I am a mermaid in the ocean. So there's interesting sides. And, this is the first moment that we are shifting our focus from the harvest. So the last really turn of the year and the Samhain, even though it's the beginning of the winter season in the Celtic traditions, it's really the last of the harvest, right? So there's still the pumpkins, it's still the squashes, it's still those the sustenance. The squirrels are still getting their acorns, right? There's that harvesting and collecting for the long winter ahead. And now we are moving into it's time to we've done our things. It's been a busy summer and we've gotten our harvest, and now we get to rely on the tending to the inner fire, rely on tending to the hearth fire. And with this time of year, coupling with in the Christian tradition the Christmas, and in the more Gnostic traditions, that birth or that recognition of that Christ consciousness that's within our hearts. So there's so many layers to this month, and whether that's historically, energetically, esoterically, and then there's also the animus, the ways that we relate to the earth as a living being, the cycles, the seasons, and the guardians of these sacred portals. And so the guardian of winter solstice as a living consciousness, as a being to relate to, is a super potent journey and experience that we'll engage on as the month unfolds. So for today, the invitation really is a simple one. But it's such an important one to really set yourself up to allow this cycle, allow the energetics of the turn of the wheel to have its way with you in a way that is going to nourish you the most, in the way that's going to lead to the most expansive experience that you can have, and to really allow you to taste even deeper the depth of the void, the depth of that dark night within you. So, not just outwardly and externally, but how do we access those layers and that the void within? And that's really where those seeds are planted, where we can invoke the light to return within, that then will inform the rest of our year, really inform how our timelines are. You might receive some guidance during this winter season that really shifts your trajectory for the time when it's time to get busy again, when it's time to actualize, when it's time to create in the world. So it's a super beautiful and rich time, and I personally love the earlier nights, the earlier point of darkness, and having an extension of that fertile period, having an extension of the silence. It's like some of the juiciest, most exciting moments for me, even if it's hard. Right when even I'm saying excitement, and it was just my birthday. So, I've got that enthusiasm. But I also want to acknowledge that in these long, dark nights and the representation of if you live too places where it's cold. That there's a lot of harshness to the barren trees, and so not to take away that when we sit in the darkness within ourselves, when we sit in those shadow places, when we feel the immense abyss of the void, it can be uncomfortable, if not painful. And I guess too, like part of me relishes in that because I always love to go in and see what's really going on there. So there's a way that we can hold space for the uncomfortableness, and the way that it can bring up grief. It can bring up fear of when there's nothingness, and the incessant habit that we have to create something, right? And how it's so hard for us, especially now we're trained in our brains, we're trained in our culture to be constantly doing and scrolling and constant gratification. So to really train yourself to sit in that void, to sit in the nothingness, to sit in the darkness is uncomfortable if you're not used to it. So I acknowledge that and honor that it's not necessarily an easy turn of the wheel for a lot of folks, and it's not an easy one, even for us that are you like woohoo, permission to just like light the candle at 6 o'clock. It's like okay, we're done being active, externally focused for the day, and it's not that it's easy, but it's so worth it, and it's so potent, and it's so juicy. So in my enthusiasm in the beginning of December and the birthday field vibe, we're going to go into a short meditation to really see what is there for you to plant that seed for the rest of the month, the rest of the season, to see what wants to just sit in that fertile void, to sit in that darkness, to sit in that nothingness. So, my loves, as always, taking these last few moments to get comfortable, to let your body be able to relax, to be able to shut off the external stimuli. So you might have an eye pillow. I was going to say you could put on earplugs, but then you can't hear me. So put on your eye pillow, and we get comfy to be able to let your nervous system relax, and we'll get on our way. All right. So, as always, letting your body be comfortable. Taking these last few moments to make adjustments. And tune your awareness to your breath. How is your breath in this moment? No need to change it. Becoming aware of what is the natural rhythm. And with these next few cycles of inhalation and exhalation, summoning yourself to yourself through all timelines, all lifetimes, all dimensions, to the here and now. Aware of your body, your entire body. Letting the body get heavier, supported by the chair or the floor. is the space around your body? The sensing, feeling. Becoming aware at the base of the spine, your root center, your base center, your base chakra. Saying hello to your root as it connects to Gaia, connects into the center of the earth. Inviting this connection to be as wide as your hips. And saying hello to the top of your head, your crown centers. The petals unfurl. It's our place of knowing and trusting and connection to the divine. From the crown center, we're going to say hello to the 8th chakra, the 8th center, a foot above our head. The Ba in Egyptian alchemy. This doorway, this intermediary center from our upper centers above the body and the spiritual energy that comes into our body and into our nervous system. Saying hello to that 8th center. It connects to the field of love. It connects to the hearts of the divine. And bringing your awareness right into the center of your chest, your heart center. This holy of holies. This sacred temple. Just keep resting your awareness right in this sacred heart. This sacred heart. Connected to the field of love all around you. Your sacred heart connected to the highest point of divinity and love possible. Imagining if your heart center was a cave and you could walk deeper and deeper into it to where that opening where the light comes in becomes smaller and smaller as you go deeper and deeper into darkness, into that holy void within. So allowing yourself to walking into the cave of the holy void within your heart. With your presence, with your awareness. Stay present, allowing the depth of this holy void within you to unfold. Deep in the center of your heart, in the darkness, in the silence, asking your sacred heart if there is a seed of light, an inner flame. And just notice what you notice. You might feel, sense a seed of consciousness. You might not. It might just be to rest in the void, to rest in the darkness. If you notice that there is a flame, however small, or a seed of consciousness that wanting to be acknowledged, just acknowledging there's something there. There needs not be thought associated with it. A lot of the times it's simply enough to acknowledge that there is something within us that we don't quite have consciousness with, but we know that there's a vibration, a frequency that wants to be held within this fertile void. And when the time is right, it'll make itself known. So just become curious in this journey of the cave of your heart. And again, then there's the depth, the healing, the expanse of nothingness and darkness. That can be a very healing vibration as well. So there doesn't have to be anything there. Become curious. No judgment. allowing the mystery to be as it is. Beginning to feel the pull back to the edge, that little place where the darkness and the light meet at the opening of the cave, beginning to feel your consciousness come back from the depth and the dark, walking out of the cave of your heart. Breathing into the front of the heart and the back of the heart, feeling your whole body, feeling the area around your body. Feeling the temperature of the air in the room you are in. Slowly coming back to this space and time, this dimension. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Hello. Taking your time as always, coming back slowly. You might want to jot down anything that came up for you during that short but sweet journey. And I encourage you to really carve out a pathway that can be reliable, that can feel potent into that dark void of your heart and into the nothingness. And allow not just your heart, but your entire form and the area around you to really rest into the void, into the nothingness. It's an incredible place of healing. And when we can really let go of any expectations or any intentions, any I'm going to go meet this person or that guide, and just really just sit in the void. It's incredibly healing for not only our energy body, but our nervous system. And then it creates space for those inspirations, for that true touching in on the gifts from your higher self, the gifts from your soul, to be able to have room to land in a true way that feels accessible. So I hope this was helpful. And again, at the time of this recording, whenever you listen to it, it's beginning of December, and we are going to be beginning our 7-day intensive journey on the 16th of December, and be a link below to get more information about that. But it'll be a deep dive where in a private Zoom experience temple space, we'll gather every day for 7 days and really working with the seeds in our heart, that also linking the Sophia Christ consciousness within our heart with the field around us, with our all the rest of our energy centers, and setting some really beautiful foundations, setting the stage so that as we approach the winter solstice and the light returns, and that you can really receive the wisdom and these next instructions that come from within and come from your beautiful awakened heart. So I hope you'll join, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your evening or day, and I will see you in the next video. Be well.